he gets into the back. Because usually, like, we'll just say, I get in the front usually by the driver. Because I'm tall. Usually me or Danny will do that.
Yeah, there's usually two of us in the back and one in the front. Just because of room. Yeah, we can't really squeeze in the back.
Yeah. So Kevin gets in. He's like, hey, I'm Kevin. And she's like, oh, hello. And then, like, Danny comes by. And then he's like, hey. And she's like, oh, hello. And then, like, I get to the front. And I sit in there like, hi. And it's like, nothing.
She looked like...
change.
It was like, I'm like, man, I'm not going to rob you. I'm the one that put the money in to get you.
That smile went so quickly, like just boom, right into a look of utter terror.
Yeah, and I'm...
Greetings, my friends. This is the brain. Yes, of TV's Pinky and the Brain. And you're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast with Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Rachel, who will help me to take over the world. Yes.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
the Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way. Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana. And on this show, we invite you to feel the libation.
Feel it, feel it.
This is the show where every opinion is welcome and nothing we present is groundbreaking or terribly exciting. It's just some filler for your life if you need it. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. On this episode, we discuss a bunch of Muppet stuff. We discussed experiencing MuppetVision 3D for the last time, getting a chance to meet Steve Whitmire, and we also discussed the news that came out about the Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets, the Electric Mayhem. And look, this is your typical polished practice Pixie Dust and Disney podcast. No way. We are not at Walt Disney World every day letting you know that the World of Motion logo has been painted on the test track attraction exterior at Epcot.
That's right, Kev. We're just here to drink, talk some Disney, and bring the mayhem.
And that's right. You listeners have the easy part. All you guys and girls have to do is to listen up to what we think up while we drink up.
My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
I'm Eli.
And I'm Rachel.
And look, if you're thinking about visiting the Universal Orlando Resort or the Walt Disney World Resort or Disneyland Resorts, Rachel can help you do that. And booking with Rachel is one of the easiest ways to support this show. Also, you can leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts and or wherever you access our show. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an episode of the Magic Our Way podcast. Also, we want to thank our Patreon supporters, both past and present, for all they have done and continue to do for us. But anyway, look, enough of our jibber jabber. Let's go discuss all the Muppet stuff. Welcome to the Hub, the big topic segment of our show. And as I might have mentioned at the top of the show, we traveled back to Central Florida over in June 2025, specifically me, Danny, and Eli. We did a trip back then, and we have been doing some shows based upon our experiences there, and there are a lot of stories that come from that. But if you remember, the weekend that we traveled was the same weekend that MuppetVision 3D closed. And we have yet to cover our experience with experiencing that land as a whole for the final time. We had the opportunity to meet Steve Whitmire, and so that was kind of cool that evening. And then, so we wanted to talk about those little things, and especially in light of the Rock and Roller Coaster Muppets news that came out. So we figured we'd just make this kind of a Muppets type thing show, at least to start off with.
Yeah. Like a Muppets po' boy.
A Muppets po' boy, that's right. We'll add a little dressing on top, depending on how much time we got.
I don't think I want to eat that.
It could be happy.
Yeah, so just to give you some prep as far as what we did, this was the same day that if you listen to these past shows, we had gone to Geo82 and Shiki Sai. That was all during the day. We saw the Journey of Water. We saw the Walt statue. And then, we got into, we did the Skyliner with the dad. Yeah. So we did those stories back a few shows ago, maybe about a month ago. So definitely go check those out because those are great stories, especially about Shiki Sai. But that evening, afternoon.
Yeah.
We in the way that it happened is that, we knew this was the only day that we were going to be able to see MuppetVision 3D, which was that Friday of our trip. We only went for a weekend. And this was we got in Thursday, left late Sunday night. which is a whole nother story. We'll cover that on a different show.
Yeah.
But anyway, Friday was the only time we could see MuppetVision 3D because on Saturday we were spending the entire day at Epic Universe. Saturday, of course, was the day that the actual last day was closed. So this was our only opportunity to do it before it shuttered for good. So what had happened is that we were going to go see Villains. I don't know if you remember this. We were about to see the new Villains stage show thing that they're doing, but it was apparently really popular that day, extremely packed. And we're like, you know what? If we wait in line for this, I think it was like a 2-hour wait or something. We're like, we'll never get a chance to see Muppets before the end of the day.
Well, I remember when we walked in, there were people walking away from there, and we were like, oh, well, they must have just let out the show, and we just lined up. No, it was people going in there going, hell no, turning around and walking away.
It was literally a sea of humanity.
Yeah,
it was insanely packed.
And yeah, you had people just waiting in these turnbacks.
Yeah.
What do you go? Switchbacks.
Switchbacks, yeah.
Yeah, just waiting for the following show after the show that was just now starting to go in.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 shows out. We
Yeah.
went in, right? Yeah, that was nuts. So we all decided to defer it to a future trip and stuff at some point, maybe when the popularity dies down just a touch. Yeah, so we decided we'd go over the Muppets Courtyard because we wanted to make sure we get a chance to check out MuppetVision 3D and just get the entire land, get a feeling of it, just to be in it.
Yeah.
Just to be present in it before it is no more. There's like aerial photos by Reconstruct that just show that land just, the fountain's gone, everything's just like torn down. It's like, ugh, so heartbroken.
Depressing.
Very sad, very sad. But we were lucky we had a chance to check it out.
Yes.
So we went over there. We took pictures by Pizza Rizzo. We took pictures in front of the MuppetVision 3D marquee. I'll go ahead and
in front of the fountain.
In front of the fountain. Yeah, we did all kind of pictures.
They had PhotoPass photographers out there to go ahead and take those pictures for you as well. And the lines to get those photos were longer than the line to even experience the attraction.
Yes, yeah. So if you're watching a short, you'll see the photos. But if you're listening to the podcast, this is a photo of me, Danny, and Eli in front of the MuppetVision 3D marquee. They had a PhotoPass person, and for some reason they had us do strange poses.
Yeah.
Like he had, just pretend like you're all laughing. So we did.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing our best acting.
Yes.
Yes. You can feel the genuine, like,
Yeah,
I think they
genuineness.
told Kevin, pretend like you had a stroke in this.
Yes. Yeah.
I like that Danny actually laughs because of Kevin's face.
That was genuine laughter.
It probably
It
was.
was pretty genuine right there.
It's like act like you're laughing. I'm like, okay, sure, why not? So I hammed it up. And that's what came of it. Oh, here's some other pictures.
Oh, yeah.
So we had some sunglass pictures, arms folded. I don't know what the deal with that was.
Yeah, he had, I think he kept some of these for his personal collection.
He probably did.
I don't know if he was trying to, get a job at Vogue or something.
Maybe so. His portfolio, yeah.
Yeah.
And then everybody was getting this standard photo where they had their back turned to the camera and waving goodbye to MuppetVision 3D.
Yeah.
So they had everybody that was taking pictures that day were doing the exact same thing. Notice the wait time was 10 minutes. Very, very short. That's because everybody was in the queue just taking pictures of everything that was in there.
It's not often you get to see the
And
back
whatnot.
of your own head.
No.
it's weird, right?
That's
Yeah,
what I look
very
like.
weird.
It's nice to see my love handles and stuff and everything.
A lot of love.
A lot of love,
We
a lot of love,
each
yeah.
other well, yeah.
And if I'm scrolling through, you see all the different pictures that we took of the queue just to kind of remember it all.
Mm-hmm.
Key under the mat, the queue area and stuff. So yeah, and I'll go ahead and stop share. So, but after that, we went and saw the show. We checked it out. Saw it for the last time, which is kind of sad.
It
Make
was.
sure to take everything in.
It's probably the first time I've seen that show since I was 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw the theater where it was that crowded.
Crowded.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
Yeah. Yeah, like to watch Waldo bouncing on people's head, the effect actually works when there's lots of people
When there's
in there.
people there,
as
yeah.
opposed to empty seats. It really does look a lot better. But it was great to go ahead and get. It's hard, like you're barely paying attention to the show because you're just looking around trying to take it all in one last time.
Yes.
And there's so much.
Yeah, there is.
I remember that. I'm looking through the pictures here, and we're trying to get like even the sconces and all the details of like the exit, all the little Muppets that are above the exit,
Yeah,
the arrows, the Statler and Waldorf, where the arrows get stuck into the little. I mean, there's
and
just
then it
so much.
withdraws. Yeah,
Yeah, and it just resets and stuff. Made sure you turn around and check out the Swedish Chef with
yeah.
the cannon and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just amazing.
Yeah, I remember the ushers were trying to like get us through the queue and then try to get us out once the everything was over. I was like, chill out. It's the last time we're gonna be here. Like, nobody's going anywhere for a second. Just let me soak this all in.
Don't get in.
My favorite part of all that was when we exited the theater. They had the little barrel there where you can return the 3D glasses. And I was like, why am I returning these glasses? They're not going to use them.
You don't need them.
Yeah, they're going to just throw them all away or something.
Pretty much.
So I was just like, and there's a cast member right there watching. So I just kind of made a gesture like I did, but I like kind of pawned the glasses, walked over towards the old Muppet gift shop, which I was wishing we could have gotten there one last time. That was all closed. And I was like, Eli, because Eli had a bag. I was like, here, put this in your bag. Put this in your, I was going to stand in front of you. And so that's how I was able to procure our Muppet Vision 3D glasses that we have in the studio over there on Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my souvenir.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, we were talking about it, I believe, it was like, we don't know if anybody uses those purple 3D glasses anymore.
No.
You know, like I know Honey and Struck the Audience did in shows previous to that. But yeah, nobody's using those purple things anymore. You know?
So yeah, why let them just get thrown away if I can keep one as a souvenir?
A piece of history.
Exactly. I wish I would have had some Bug's eyes. I want some honorary Bug eyes.
Oh, that would have been nice. Because those were unique. Those are cool.
Yeah, very. And
Little
there's no
black
way they're
things.
using that for anything else.
No, those are probably destroyed or on eBay.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at the video version of this, I'm just showing some pictures we took in front of the land. So there's us in front of the old gift shop, in front of the Muppet and whatnot. We had somebody take some pictures of
In front of the Muppet. That's Kermit.
I mean, Kermit. Yeah,
The
Kermit said the Muppet.
The
Well,
Muppet.
the Muppet, like capital T-H-E.
Oh,
the Muppet. I guess.
The Muppet.
I played it off.
Proper noun.
But the detail, look, I mean, the spilled paint, I'm going to miss that detail. That was unique.
Yeah.
You know, on those little things. So yeah, we just walked around and it took in the land one last time. Got some pictures by Pizza Rizzo.
Mama Melrose too. I went over there and saw Mama Melrose where the snowman is out in front of the Christmas. All that was shut down, which again, unfortunate, but you know,
Very, very sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, like Rachel, when was the last time you got to experience the Muppets area before it shuttered? Can't remember if you went on your I know you took a spring trip.
There was definitely a summer. The last time I really remember seeing it was we went while lightning lanes weren't open again yet. You know what I mean? Like there was no lightning lanes and the show's audio didn't work, but I learned that the penguins in the band, the cymbals are real.
Yes.
Because none of the audio worked, but the cymbals still worked. And we got a lightning lane to come back, or it was a fast pass at the time. And that was particularly valuable because there weren't fast passes weren't a thing that you could get at that point. It was right after the pandemic. And so we used it for something else. But we did go around, to Danny's point, it wasn't that busy. So we did go around and we did go see the show with the audio once they figured it out. So we did end up seeing it, that trip, and it's full glory too.
Oh, nice.
I feel like I took the kids to see it again another time since then, but I don't have a really clear memory of that. So, but 2022, in the last couple of years.
Seeing that show with kids, especially kids who had never seen it before, it was so gratifying because
my kids liked it.
Yeah.
My kids did too. They enjoyed that show.
It was because, they didn't have to worry about waiting in line for 45 minutes. You walk right in, you go right into the show. And like I said, this technology, it still holds up. I wish they would do more 3D shows.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Hopefully the rumors are true. And then when they open the Rock and Roller Coaster, and Villains Land and the villain show moves out of there to go over there, they'll put some semblance of something.
I hope so. I really do.
Some semblance of something.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me none, as the rumor has been, that if they were to retheme Tower of Terror, I think that would be a mistake, but
I could see them doing that.
I could see them doing that.
Yeah.
And as much as I love the Muppets, I just don't want to see that. I don't think.
No, I agree. Yeah. Because that was the original one, and I think is probably the best one out of all of them.
100%.
Well-made stuff for sure. But anyway, so we got our fill of the land. We got took that in. We decided to leave Hollywood Studios because we had a Steve Whitmire meet and greet event that night, which Kirk, Captain Kirk, put us on to and whatnot. But before we got there, we went back to the Kilimanjaro Club.
Yeah.
We did that. We had some snacks and stuff, just to kind of decompress. Last week we were talking about club level. This was another perk, being able just to do that, walk in and get whatever snacks, drinks, and stuff. This is where Eli had some waiter thought he remembered him from something.
Oh, guys. Yeah. Some guy mistook me for a guest and he kept saying, I know you. I'm like, no, you don't. I've never met you before. And then,
Maybe he's a fan of the show and he remembered you from seeing you on the show.
He must have seen my beautiful face. And
exactly.
Then, and then I think later down the line, I messed with him and I was like, hey, do I know you from somewhere? And then he was like, who are you? Like, I was like, man, it's cold, man.
He probably watched a Katrina documentary, saw you on there, and like, I know that. Oh wait, maybe it's not him.
Yeah, right.
I've been down this road before. Let me match.
I'm
This
so
is tricky.
I'm so nervous.
This guest could report me. I don't want to mess this up. I really don't. Yeah, they're very interested on that club level because there was another person that I was trying to figure out what the trash can was. But I just asked this girl, I was like, hey, when I threw this away, she's like, would you like me to take your trash? I'm like, no.
Oh yeah, they're very. I remember that.
Yeah.
I was with you on that.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm not the king of Zamunda or nothing. Just tell me where the trash is at. Like, I will take it for you.
Well, I think she did have a basket of rose petals for you to walk.
Well,
around
it
with.
was cool. I mean,
Yeah.
she didn't have the sponge or the loofah or nothing.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I was like, nah. But so they were very accommodating up there. And
It was really nice.
yeah. And then they had the wine, like, what do you call it? Like, there was a lady
They had-
that
Yeah,
make
she
the
did
drinks for you.
cordials and whatnot. She
Yeah.
had some like flavored liqueurs and wine stuff.
wines and
yeah.
no hard liquor, but it was like, yeah, I asked her to make something. She brings it over to your table and stuff. I was like, yeah, it was cool. I was
It was neat.
feeling quite spoiled up
It
there.
was a nice way to unwind from the Epcot day that we had, and just to chill out and stuff. And also, this is about the time just after we left Kilimanjaro Club, we had a little debate as far as what we wanted to do for the rest of that evening. And I remember part of that debate was on the hallway walking to catch an Uber, but basically it boiled down to like, should we just bail on this thing with Steve Whitmire, or should we go to like Magic Kingdom and do like Tiana's?
None of us really went well, I shouldn't say none of us. Two of us did not want to go. One of us was just like, yeah, but we spent the money. We should go. And because I'll tell you why. Prior to the event, and this event was hosted by, was it WDW News Today?
Yeah.
Prior to that
Close.
event, after we had bought the tickets, we get this notification by email as we're flying out over there. And it pretty much says, pertaining to Steve Whitmire, no photos with Steve Whitmire. Steve Whitmire will not sign anything. And like, it was like a laundry list of things that Steve Whitmire would not do.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we're like, well, wait a minute. The whole idea is to go over there, have some interaction with this guy, talk a little bit. This seems like it's going to be one of those Comic-Con type deals.
Sure.
Where they just rush you in, rush you out. You're not going to be able to really do much of anything. I'm like, do we really want to go ahead and spend the time it takes, spend the money it's going to take in the Uber to get over there, spend the time it's going to take to get through the lines and everything like that? But
before we go on, Dad, could you explain, just for anybody that may not know the name, real quick, who Steve Whitmire is?
Sure. Steve Whitmire took over the voice of Kermit after Jim Henson died. So if you're watching MuppetVision 3D, in MuppetVision 3D, Steve Whitmire was the voice of Bean Bunny. Not the voice. Jim still did the voice of Kermit for that film. Then he took over Kermit. He also does. I think he did. I want to say he did Beaker for a bit.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Goodness gracious, he did quite a few. Rizzo.
That's
the
right,
one.
Rizzo. That's another big one.
Blanking
Yeah.
on it. And I'm
He's
like,
the voice of Rizzo.
I'm missing the most obvious one, and it was Rizzo. Steve Whitmire is a really talented performer, but there was a falling out, and Disney pretty much fired him. So then they hired the new guy, who I don't really think sounds much like Kermit, but okay. So needless to say, we really wanted to see Steve Whitmire and be able to talk to him, ask questions, that kind of thing.
Yeah, he was a very significant name in the Muppets universe, and so you could see where the debate would come in.
Sure.
With the money and whatnot. So in case anyone was wondering, that's how it goes.
That's how it is.
But yeah, so anyway, I remember we were walking. Well, I guess it started back in the room where we were kind of talking.
Yeah, we were back in the room.
Because I know you wanted to go to the Magic Kingdom to do Tiana's. I was like, yeah, that probably sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to leave it all this Sunday and hope everything works out.
I just said it was sunken cost. It was like, we already spent the money. Let's not throw good money after bad, or good time after bad money, and just waste 2 to 3 hours to do this thing if we already can tell it's probably not going to be all that much fun, because there were other Imagineers that were going to be there, but we had missed the day we arrived was the day they did the panels.
Yeah. It was a whole weekend thing that Corliss and the team did.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I bet you it was fun, and I would have liked to have seen the panels. I meant to go ahead and order it, but I never did. I should have. But I wanted to see the panels. So, but when you walk into this meet and greet area and they have all these Imagineers over here, it's not like they're wearing name tags. So you don't really know, if you miss the panels, you're not really sure what each of them did on there. And so that I knew was going to be a bit of a problem before we got there as well, that it was going to be Steve Whitmire and a bunch of people that we kind of knew.
Right. And there was a lot of people in a very small room.
Yeah.
That did it. But yeah, we were just going back and forth. And so we decided, we're going to go for it. We're
Well,
going to do
Eli pretty much convinced us to do it.
I was like, well, we already
We're going to
put
pay
the
for
money
it.
for it. That was all my argument was. I mean, really, my feet were hurting, and I was like, if I'm going to tough it out, then let's just do that. But hey, you know what? That whole night backfired on me. So
Yes, it did.
Well, it started with the, I don't know if you remember the ride share that we ordered.
how can I
Headed
not?
over to the Embassy Suites. It was off-site, off-property, so we had to take another ride share. But we get into this, I guess it was Uber or Lyft, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was an Uber.
And there was a female driver by the name of Anna.
Yeah.
Ooh, do you remember what happened, Eli?
Yeah, how can I not? Usually
you
what
take
what we do is we'll each split up, covering for the Uber. So this one was mine. I was like, I got it. And I had Anna. And so she pulls up. And so Kevin, he gets into the back. Cause usually like we'll just say I get in the front usually by the driver. Cause I'm tall. Usually me or Danny will do that.
Yeah, there's usually two of us in the back and one in the front.
One
Just
in the
because
front.
of room. Yeah, we can't really
Yeah, it
squeeze
makes
in the
sense.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kevin gets in. He's like, hey, I'm Kevin. And she's like, oh, hello. And then like Danny comes by and then he's like, hey. And she's like, oh, hello. And then like I get to the front and I sit in there like, hi. And it's like, nothing.
She looked
Demeanor
like
change.
And like,
Oh, no.
I'm like, man, I'm not going to rob you. I'm the one that put the money in to get you.
that smile went so quickly, like just boom,
Oh,
right into a look of utter terror.
Yeah, and I'm,
Oh,
I'm used to people being in uncomfortable position. I too have been in a comfortable position. So, usually you try to break the ice with a little joke like, hey, what you doing? How's your night going? Like, we usually have success with this with Uber drivers. No success here.
Suddenly it was no speaking of English.
No speaking English. She had the dash cam on the thing. She kept trying to turn
Yep.
it.
She kept adjusting the dash cam right at Eli.
Right at me. I'm like, come on, lady. Like, really? So she did not talk. We all felt awkward. Like,
Yeah, it was the
Oh,
most
It was
awkward
kind of a
Yeah.
tight trip. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
And I was like, this is Karma saying, Eli, you just should have listened to your podcast, mate. You dumb.
We should have gone to the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. Now you be in profile. I hope you like it. So yeah, we went.
How's that taste?
How does that? Yeah. Because it was like, another thing was,
It was weird.
it was not only weird, but it was like I think the longest drive that we had because this place took place in like a hotel that was like in the
Offsite,
center
yeah.
or something. Yeah, it was
wasn't-
offsite.
It wasn't too
Embassy
far away
Suites.
from Disney Springs.
Okay.
Yeah. It was closer to like what was formerly known as the Crossroads area.
Mm-hmm.
It had Goodings and all that, but it's just past that.
So I don't know if it felt longer because of the distance or because
The
of
tension.
Yeah, I was gonna say awkwardness, but
Yes.
tension sounds nicer. So yeah, when she dropped us off, it was like, yeah, bailed out, and then
I expected to turn around and she would be Lysoling the seat or
I
something.
thought she was gonna call the police. Like, hey, does anybody fit this description? Is there any bounty on this man?
I've never experienced racism on that level before, where somebody just like she was so friendly and smiling when she saw me and Kevin. As soon as she saw Eli, it was
Boom.
It was like utter terror.
That was dramatic.
Yeah, and so then our first debate once we got into the hotel, because I was pissed because like usually I'm like, in the you got to rate the driver and stuff. Like, I don't believe in trying to give someone a bad rating. That's their job. But I was like, look, I had to pay for that awkwardness. Somebody get no stars. Like,
That's like something.
somebody's getting burnt. And so like they were like, well, that was kind of awkward, but I was like, and so I think we had a debate on that for so long. That,
Yeah, we said not 5 stars, but at the same time, don't kill her career.
don't kill a career. Just make sure it's awkward for me.
Well,
So
you'd think in the South she'd be sort of used to this. Like it's not like, I mean, up my way, maybe, it would be more rare, but in the South, like.
But she was a Latina too. Like that was maybe more stranger.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is Florida.
But while I had the debate, I think I was talking with Kevin. Then Danny said, "Well, I'll go and check in the front, like right to see like what the badges were and stuff." So I had to get it out of me though, Rachel. I had to.
That's right. Yeah, y'all were
Yeah.
doing that.
Completely.
Well, I was in the gift shop looking for an eye mask
Yeah.
so I could sleep better.
That's right.
I was like,
Oh
that
my
was a
God.
weird detour.
Yeah.
What is this?
No, because
Yeah.
what you're about to get into, I don't remember because I wasn't with y'all because I was in the gift shop looking for eye mask so I could sleep with you.
Yes.
Effectively.
Because Eli sleeps with the TV on
Yes.
and the light was bothering Kevin.
Kevin,
So
yes.
I had
Oh, gotcha.
earplugs, so I was fine with that, but the light would change, and so I ended up covering my face with a pillow.
Yeah, it was school
Anyway,
stuff. Yeah,
That's where I was. So I don't know what happened while you were
we
doing
got
that.
switched off then.
Yeah.
Because I was hanging with one and the other person would come by. But yeah, I ended up giving her, I think 2. I was going for 0, but they talked to me. These are my better halves. Like they like, please.
Well, we're like, look, she got us there. We didn't get.
We're
in an
alive.
accident.
Yeah,
We're live.
Nothing
Right.
happened.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're safe.
just,
It's
you know,
like, I
It
mean,
seems like
it's
a
over.
low standard. I'm with Eli a little bit.
I mean,
but,
yeah,
okay.
that's how I love paying for awkwardness. I mean, one time, all my hard-earned work.
I
But
mean, 2 stars is still a hit.
I mean, I hope. I learned something from you from the when we talked about when you had to catch an Uber, so they could grade you. So I bet I probably got a lower grade than what I gave her.
Yeah, it just says 2 words. He's black.
He's black. Watch out!
Diplomatic immunity.
Don't take a ride from me. But but we were at the hotel.
Yeah.
We tried to figure out a way out, like not out, but how everything worked because it was pretty awkward.
Yeah, it was, Corliss did as good a job as they could, and from what he said, it's like they had to change venue because it got more popular than he thought, or he kind of outgrew the area.
Yeah.
Because the line, I guess, to get into the ballroom where they're hosting all these people was
Took
out into the
forever.
lobby, and it took forever. Yeah. So we were in line. I got back from looking for IMASK, didn't find IMASK. And so we were in that line for a good bit, and we had little shout out to Corliss for having some food while people were waiting.
Little snacks,
little
some
spring
drinks.
rolls, little
Yeah,
quiches
nice.
and stuff, little bites.
Ooh.
They had like raffle, like maybe not raffle,
Merch,
yeah, you
merch
put like
table.
you paid money, you got tickets, you wrote your name on the tickets, and you put them in these little things that they were raffling off,
Mhm.
and
That
then they
sounds
would
like a
pick a name.
Yeah.
It was like something like y'all kind of authentic.
You're like not a raffle, but a raffle.
But it's a raffle.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
in other words, they didn't put it like in a big drum and like it was like a
Okay.
fishbowl.
It wasn't a lottery. The
Yes.
drum's like a lottery.
Okay.
Yeah, and nobody ran around with the big thing of ticket tape, like, hey, take a ticket. Like, you
Right.
kind of
Okay,
go up
fair
there and deal with it. But they had authentic Muppet like merchandise there from the
Ooh.
attraction.
Oh yeah, it was
So-
like a little museum. It was kind of neat to
Yeah.
see that stuff. Yeah,
You got to see the little 3D stick that Gonzo sticks through the door.
Yes.
That makes it pop out.
They had a couple of signs I remember.
Cast member costumes with the lab coat kind of thing.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I remember the lab coat stuff.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, we got stopped right at the entrance because they were regulating the number of people going in and out of the room because it was so tight.
Mhm.
But I remember, and Dan, you probably remember the employee, the Walt Disney World News Today employee that we were chatting up. That lady with the
She
blonde
was
hair.
so nice.
Yeah. I
really, really
remember her.
cool. I mean, in
I
fact, there's
liked her
2
a
of them.
lot.
They're both really cool. There's a boy.
Yeah,
there
there's
as
a
well.
younger boy.
That dude that looked like Jonah Hill.
Yeah, It looked like Jonah Hill. They're both very, very cool. Great conversation, just chatting it up.
Yeah.
So that kind of helped pass time and stuff.
That was fun. They had some interesting people that now for me, like I was aware of, MuppetVision, but I didn't realize how big, I guess, the impact was. Like, I've gone to Comic Cons before and seen cosplayers and stuff, but I've never seen, like, there was one guy that had like a really green suit, but Danny knew who the guy was. Like I think you complimented him on this. I was like, wow, that's just.
Was that Corliss?
No. Corliss was dressed in
I can't remember.
all
had
members of WDW News Today.
Oh, yeah, they all had the shirts
They
on.
all had
yeah,
those
work
crazy
shirts,
blue
yeah.
shirts on that was all
Yeah.
busy. and
No, what I
stuff.
was pointing out to Eli is in Jim Henson's funeral. If you look at the
Yes, that's it.
the video of it, Steve Whitmire's walking around in this Kermit green suit,
Mhm.
like completely green.
Green.
And this guy had a suit made similar to that.
I thought
Oh,
it was.
wow.
I thought he was dressing up like for some sort of pimp convention. Like, but he had to explain it to me. Like, I was like, wow. And they had some other.
Yeah, somebody was dressed as Sweetums.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think there was. Yeah, there was another lady. She was dressed in like a. I don't want to say like not like Miss Piggy, but it was like a dress that Miss Piggy had worn or something like that. Like she didn't wear like a pig's face or nothing, but people were dressed up for this thing, and
Yeah, they
I
were
didn't know
having a
that
good time.
existed. Yeah. And they were partying. It was kind of wild.
That was the problem, though, is that room was not. It
wasn't suited for,
No, it wasn't suited for this. So what they did is they would put like the Imagineers in and around
the edges.
the of the room, and around those would form lines. And so you would get in the line, but the problem was that when you got into the line may or may not move, because if the person was taking time and interacting with the guests, you're just going to be there forever.
Or you may or may not be in the right line.
Right.
Yes.
And there was
Yeah.
no way of telling which line you were in at some points. Now, Steve Whitmire's line, there was no line.
It was shorter than we expected.
Oh, that's
Because
surprising.
Yeah.
you know why? He wasn't interacting with anybody. I mean, he was cordial. He was friendly. He was like, hey, thank you. But there was no pictures. all he would sign was the poster.
yeah.
They gave you a poster as you walked in, and that was your souvenir gift, and you had everyone go ahead and sign it. And so he signed it and stuff like that. And their lady before us asked for a picture, and he said, well, I can't take pictures, but if you take a picture with me in the background, there's really nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, if he photobombs it.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's how we got the photo that we ended up getting with him.
So-
it took a few tries,
Yeah, I
Yes.
bet.
but that part of it I was not very keen on. And so
Don't
Well, if you
forget
remember
the
too,
DJ.
also too, Danny, like the longest line that may cause a lot of the crazy traffic was Heather Henson.
Yeah.
The daughter of Jim Henson.
was it
For some-
Heather or Cheryl?
one of them. I can't remember.
I
the exact
can't remember
name.
either.
But they had the longest line.
Yes.
for sure, and they were right
Yeah.
next to Whitmire.
And I think we were talking outside to the lady, and she said that she wasn't even planning to be there. So Jim Henson's daughter saw that they were doing this event, signed up for the event, and they're like, saw the name, and they're like, is this real? And so they reached out to her, and they're like, why are you signing up to attend this? Why don't you come be a part of it?
Yeah.
And so that's what ended up happening. And she had the longest line.
Yeah, she had
She was telling
big
stories to what everybody
She
would
took-
ask. Yeah.
Man, she took such time with each and every person that went up there. And we would have liked to have met her as well, but
It was so long.
we
It
would
was
have been there
long.
forever.
Yeah, it was really. Like I said, there was a DJ. I thought all those people were there to just party.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's the thing. There was like a little piano player singing.
Yeah, what a
songs and
DJ.
stuff.
He was playing music.
he was
Yeah.
playing music. So
Because if you remember, the woman sitting next to Steve Whitmire
yes,
kept speaking to me.
yes.
I literally could not hear a word she said.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The music was loud enough that you were more confused because you didn't know who anyone was that you wanted to meet to sign your poster, and you couldn't hear them, and they couldn't hear you when you were talking. So now you're yelling in these people's faces, like, while The Power of Love is playing. Like, it was very weird. If
It
they-
was strange. Yeah.
If they had taken that room, I remember telling that maybe it was to the lady and the Joe the Heel guy, but I was like, they had another door that they had closed down, like it would have been good, for the traffic if you open that other door or put the DJ in another room, let people party and commingle. But then, let everybody talk and get the signatures of who they wanted. But to combine them both, that was too chaotic.
It was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
very cacophonous for sure.
And so, like,
Yes.
after we got Steve Whitmire to sign it, we were just like, do we want to stay? Like, we went to the other Imagineers and we had them sign the poster if there was no line or anything like that. But again, you couldn't really speak to these people because you couldn't hear them.
You couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was tough.
So after that, we were just like, I want to get out of here. And it was kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we left, and it's nothing against WDW News Today and what they tried to do, but it was just
We had a
the
long day.
acoustics.
Yeah.
It was
The logistics
Yeah.
and stuff. It probably got way bigger than you expected.
I bet you it did.
Yeah.
Well, we were in line for a good hour, if not 90 minutes as well.
Yeah.
So,
It took a chunk of time for sure.
absolutely.
It's cool they had food.
Yes.
They
That,
did.
that was
I don't
very
know why I'm
nice.
so impressed by that, but I'm impressed by that.
It wasn't
Yeah.
bad. Yeah,
It was like two trays of
It
like,
was like spring rolls and little
Yeah.
quiches,
That's
baby
it,
quiches.
yeah.
That's it.
You
I remember
get
I saw it and I walked up and grabbed some because I can't pass free food.
Yeah.
Might as well give it
Yeah.
a shot. And if it hurts me, oh well.
I think they offered beer and maybe like, I think
Oh yeah, they had that bar open right there, right by the line. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could have gotten stuff.
Because after my Uber experience, I needed a couple of shots. So
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
I remember that. So it
well,
wasn't.
we got you
wasn't
the
bad.
Angels Envy Old Fashioned.
I-
didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Because they had
Ooh,
that bar
that
in the
sounds
lobby.
nice.
Which is nice.
Yeah,
It
the
was
guys
nice.
looked out for me like, hey, get this one. So,
Yeah.
But I did not order the next Uber. I was just too traumatized.
No,
said,
I ordered the next
Yes.
Uber.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
like, if that lady comes
Totally.
back, that's it. I'm throwing this poster at her. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, it was really a wasted evening because after that, I was like, look, dude, since we're so close to Disney Springs, I really want to go to the Art of Disney store
right.
because I wanted
Yeah.
to see if they have any prints from Rob Kaz because there was a couple of things that I saw that I would really like to.
Well, there's one specific that you're looking for.
Yes,
which
it's
would've
called
been
A
really,
Good
really
Day.
cool.
And it's Donald and Daisy on the monorail coming back to their room. Daisy's kind of passed out in Donald's shoulder. Donald's kind of looking at her lovingly. And then you can see the Seven
Out the
Seas
window.
Lagoon out the window where the electrical water pageant's going by.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's just brilliant. I want that so bad. And we get there and they're like, yeah, you can't buy that unless he's here.
Yeah, that was so
And
crazy.
it was like, you got to come back when he's here. And I'm like, the whole time I'm trying to think of a way around it. There was just no way.
Because when he's gonna be back in September. Is
Yeah,
that
it was-
right?
he was gonna be back in
sometime around
September.
now.
And I was thinking like, well, can I at least call when he's here and then y'all can ship it to me and I'll pay for that? Like, can we do that?
That sounds like
yeah.
perfect for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great little print, man.
But it
It's
was-
beautiful.
Which is how I ended up with the Animal Kingdom Robcast print, because in the Animal Kingdom, they do sell Robcast's work, but it's not, it's very animal centric. It's not his park pieces like he does of different attractions and whatnot.
But it made it really difficult for you to see, because not only was it like the day, but it's like the amount of time was really short as well. It was like impossible. Like you come on this day, you got like 2 hours to get this from this dude. Like, come on, man. Like, we don't live here. Like, you know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I got stopped by security. Yeah,
Oh, that was terrible. Oh, man. Oh, we messed with you so bad. We're like, yeah, that dude got a shake on him. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, we got
I forgot about that.
Because here's the thing. It's like every time, like it didn't happen early in the day when we went to Epcot, but every time I put the Magic Our Way pins, and then we have a set of Magic Our Way pins with the name tag logo. Every time I put it in my bag, they just set off everything.
Right.
But
That
like,
makes
I
sense.
get all the red flags on me, and it's like, all right, stop. So, I got stopped. They had to search through all my stuff.
We were like telling the guy, like, officer, you can take him in the back and use the rubber glove.
Yeah. It was like strip search him. Oh,
Yes.
man. I was dying.
I had a funny feeling about him.
He was laughing too, though.
He was like,
He had
yeah.
a grin. Yeah, he was really cool about it.
I
He
think
was.
there was one point that you like looked at us like, stop making these jokes at my expense. Like you had this look on your face. We were like, yeah, we would tell like, yeah, take him in the back. He's a terrorist. Like, yeah, okay. It's crazy stuff. Oh man. But Kevin was
It
all
was
right.
funny. It was good.
You guys are the
I made
usual
it through.
suspects.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
seeing that in the Uber ride.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eli and I, we had to have fun somewhere.
Yeah, you got to blow off some steam
Somebody
somehow.
had to take
Yeah.
that out. Yeah.
And then what? We took the Uber ride off of that because once we got to Disney Springs, they didn't have it. I'm like, well, screw this. I don't want to be here.
That's what
Tambu Lounge is
Tambu
open
Lounge,
full-
yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
we
right.
hightailed it to the Tambu Lounge. And what did we get? Just about the meanest Tambu Lounge employee I think we've ever had.
Yeah, but the
This woman-
bartender, yeah.
Oh, she was terrible.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because that's the same day that Ohana was shut down for a fire.
correct.
Yes.
If y'all remember that
Oh.
news.
Well,
yeah.
okay, so we didn't know that at the time. So we were in line, we were ordering, and there was clearly no one. Like, we never saw it so where there's nobody was upstairs, and this was like what, like
Maybe
9 something.
9? Yeah. And I was like, oh, maybe they closed early. That's kind of weird, right?
And she's like, "Yeah, no, they've been closed all day." And we're like, "What happened?" And like, I don't know. You guys probably know better than I do. Like,
yeah.
what the hell does that mean? Like,
She was not a happy
not.
person.
no.
She was
And
not.
so we ordered Lapu Lapus. Eli went to go grab something to eat
Because he was
starving.
hungry. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
hungry at that point. So we went to Captain Jack's.
And
yeah.
Yeah.
we were going to get another Lapu Lapu, but we were wanting to wait until, Eli got back, but Eli was taking a little bit. So I was like, well, it's about 20 minutes before closing. Let's go up now, Kevin, and
Right.
go ahead and get one. And she's like, nope, only beer or wine. No mixed drinks after, I want to say it was like 30 minutes to closing.
Something like that. Yeah, it was weird.
I was like, what? I've never heard of this before. But she wouldn't even make it. Not even like, we weren't even asking for a pineapple. We were just like, we already have a pineapple. Just,
Refill it.
just refill it. Wouldn't do it.
Mm.
So it was just like kind of a weird evening. So then I think after Eli got his food, we went outside because
Well, you had an experience at Captain Jack's, right? Was it like a super long or whatever was happening? I remember you telling us something.
Yeah, it was strange. Yeah,
Like while we were doing this with Tambu Lounge, you were dealing with
I
that.
deal with I had the pineapple. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, and it wasn't a crazy long line. It was just whatever they were doing back there. They just didn't feel like doing it or something like that. Or they had a bunch of people that had pickup orders or something. So like I was like, oh, this is easy. Like I walked up there, made my order, and I was just sitting there having the drink. And I finished the drink. I still didn't have the food, and I just saw all kind of crazy people just coming through there. Like I was like, well, this is gonna go away at some point. And I was like, nope, I'm still here. 45 minutes, and then they tease you at this place because what they'll do is you have to stand in the back, right? You don't want to block anyone that's still ordering,
Right.
So the cast member will get the food, and then we'll walk it by you, and then put it on like some shelf. If it's for someone to pick up, then they'll call a number. So I was like, well, that's got to be mine. No, it's not. That's not my number. That's got to be mine. No, it's not. So finally, I just walked up to the people. I said, this is my order. I'm just going to stay here and just wait. And then when you get, just bring it right here. Like, I want no one taking my stuff with a Maleficent horn and nothing like that. Like, I was just done. I wanted my drink and my food. It get nuts. It's crazy.
and that's when he realized his Uber driver worked in the kitchen.
You think you give me 2 stars and give you no food? So, yeah, I think by the time we all got together, it was just like, this night was rough, man.
Yeah.
was like,
So I
that's
think we ended
rough.
up having to go outside because couldn't get in Trader Sam's. That was
Because there was a line and a wait.
Yeah,
we're
so
like,
we
let's
went
go outside.
Yeah, we went outside, and it wasn't that bad out. I mean,
And there were much better bartenders there. They
Yeah.
were much more cool and chill.
They were easy
very
going.
friendly.
yeah, very friendly.
And
They
so we had a couple drinks, enjoyed the rest of the night, and then went back to our hotel. So,
Mhm.
had in preparation for Epic the next day.
yes,
Yes.
yes, indeed. So that was that evening. It was surreal.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
very serious. Oh yeah, there was one other thing. Yeah, when I was walking back to look for you guys, some random like really old couple. I remember they must have been buzzed or something because the wife looked. She's like, "Look, he's got a drink in a pineapple. Like, where did you get? Like, you just show up in like yesterday? Like, did you not know where you are? Like, and I explained what the drink was and everything, but she was like, he's got it in a pineapple. I was like, yeah. And I was just so.
Polynesian.
It's Polynesian. What do you want? Like, move out the way. I got to eat a burger before I kill somebody. Like, you know,
Yeah, you were
So
hungry.
random.
I remember that.
I was like, yeah, I was
Take
angry.
a picture, honey. Hurry.
Yeah, get it. You want to move? Like, you know,
Look, Charlie, it's a drink in a pineapple.
yeah.
I don't know where to get that,
What are you
Margie.
doing that with that? You know, is that from the place where the kitchen burned down and no one knows about? Like, oh man, it
Yeah.
was very awkward. But
It
yeah,
was. Yeah. That was like, again, it was a crazy day that day.
It started out pretty well. And
Yeah.
it shot, with Epcot, and then it slowly kind of went down.
I'm kind of curious to see what would have happened if we would have just gone to the
To
Magic
Magic
Kingdom that night.
I apologize.
I apologize. But yeah, so that was our Muppets experience. So, the closing of it and everything else, and see Whitmire.
I don't know if this is a good transition, but I wanted to direct attention to Danny's virtual background. I don't know which way it is.
Oh,
It's displayed on my
yeah.
computer.
Very apropos.
I
Yes.
can't make my hand do the right. It's like a mirror.
Yes.
Over there. Anyway,
That way.
That way.
That's it.
Wherever it is.
Yeah, very appropriate since the Muppets are going to be coming back to Hollywood Studios, but not for a little bit.
Yes.
Yep, they're doing the rocket. What they're terming, and this is what the Disney Parks blog is calling the Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets.
And this isn't like it's new news. We just we've touched on it at times, but we really haven't covered it.
Yeah.
And so basically, this is a retheme from Aerosmith to the Electric Mayhem. And the description from the Disney Parks blog says this: the Electric Mayhem are headlining their biggest Hollywood concert ever. Anyone is in attendance. And there's just one little problem. The band is nowhere to be found. Hence the problem that you have to face to resolve through riding the ride. And apparently, it's still going to be called G-Force Records because the article continues to say, across town at G-Force Records, we're treated to a VIP tour of the legendary rock and roll recording studio. And then they go on to describe, who you're going to meet. They talk about Scooter and Scooter's uncle, and everything's about G-Force Records.
Well,
Yeah,
Scooter's uncle's name, JP Gross.
Gross, yeah, Gross or Gross, yeah. He really puts the G in G-Force.
There you go.
as
So
they
that
say.
explains where the G in G-Force now comes from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which you get it.
I know we've all been wanting to know that.
I was dying to know.
I
Yeah.
can finally sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're looking at the concept art and everything else. Everything else kind of looks the same as with the Aerosmith, but this time the Electric Mayhem are in the studio. And apparently the waiting area is going to be, you're in the control room of the studio because by the concept art, you'll see the penguins, which I hope are repurposed from the orchestra. You'll see hopefully what should be an
The symbols.
animatronic scooter.
Definitely looks like an animatronic scooter.
And it looks like Miss Piggy and Kermit are on
Yeah.
video monitors. I guess they're in their
Yeah.
isolation booths. If you talk about that recording life,
Right.
maybe they're doing their own thing in isolation booths, but
Well, my guess would be that Miss Piggy and Kermit are probably at the venue that the Electric Mayhem are supposed to be showing up at.
oh, and they're probably getting on videos. It's like, hey, where you guys at?
Yeah. Dude, hurry up. Like, now it's kind of a bummer because I can't tell about the Mayhem. Like, I can't tell if push comes to shove, if I had to bet money, that's a video screen.
I'm guessing that's a video screen.
Yeah.
That has to be. Like a very well detailed with 3D depth video.
Well, like the Aerosmith one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
yeah. But it's got to be, well, I guess I don't know.
That's my only bummer about this is that I wish there was some more animatronic because the Muppets lend themselves so well to animatronics.
Oh, very easily. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it's not overly complicated. You don't have to worry about a lot of eye movements and gesturing. I mean, it's basically this and a flappy mouth.
Right.
That's all you really need. So hopefully we get a few more animatronics than this.
Yeah, looks like we're only getting 3 based on this concept art.
That's exactly what it looks like to me. But that's my only real complaint about this.
Yeah.
But I guess there were 0 animatronics in the Rock and Roller Coaster. So we're still netting more animatronics.
It is a
This
net,
is true,
net
yeah.
positive.
Net gain.
That positive.
I don't know. I would have been interested to see an animatronic Steven Tyler. That would have been curious.
Yes, that would be
He looks like a Muppet.
Yes, he does.
I don't know about a lady, but dude looks like a Muppet.
Well, I think Janice does him pretty well.
Yeah. I was going to say,
This is true. You're right.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's more of a reskin and a retheme.
Mhm.
The story is exactly the same.
Right.
Yeah, you're still boarding a fast limousine and all that kind of stuff. And you'll see, as they say in bold, the iconic scenery and landmarks of Tinseltown, but will feature a Muppet twist. So who knows?
And I'm curious to see what that's all about. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
curious
that
to see
could
what
be
the
cool.
twist. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you can see everything while you're on the ride, as opposed to the old version where it's just pretty much pitch black darkness and just signs whizzing by your face.
Yes,
A
exactly.
little more light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really all. That's why I don't mind this. Like normally I hate reskins. I think it's a terrible waste of IP. But then again, we've already seen the quintessential Muppet attraction in MuppetVision 3D. So it's not like, the property's just been wasted. We've already seen it used. We've seen it used well. This is just something a little bit different. And you're just basically switching out the band. And I think we're going to get more out of this than we got out of the Aerosmith version, I should say.
Yeah.
Except for the music. I think the music, I'm not really crazy about the idea that the Electric Mayhem is covering
Doing covers. Yeah.
with other stars. But then again, look, there's only like one Electric Mayhem song that's kind of original to them. Can you picture that?
Mhm.
That's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head where I'm like, yeah, that's something that would be appropriate on the Rock and Roller Coaster.
That'd be cool if they did that.
Yeah. I hope so.
I just hope it's not an alleyway again. Like you go out into the back of the alleyway and catch the limousine. I hope it's something a little bit different. Because that just always seemed very drab to me. I mean, I appreciate the theming for what it was with the chain link fencing and stuff. And like, yeah, you're in an alleyway, but we could do a little something better.
Well, it would be great is while you're loading is Statler and Waldorf are sitting up there somewhere looking down at the people and like,
Oh my
look at that guy. Yeah.
Roasting them?
Yeah, roasting
Yeah,
the
that's-
people in
that'd be
line.
fun.
Oh, this is where living character and this should be great.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That would be funny.
I would like it if they had different songs and it was like Guardians of the Galaxy where you get a different song every time. Makes it more rewritable.
They're going to
I
cover
agree.
September.
Yeah.
Electric Mayhem do September, but it's October.
Or like, they cover one of them's an Aerosmith song as like a nod to Aerosmith.
Oh, that would be
Oh,
cool.
that is, yeah.
And they have different stuff.
That'd be cool. That would be really cool.
Some Dr.
And,
Joseph.
they got to cover Dr. John because
Yeah.
of Dr. Teeth.
Dr.
Yeah.
Teeth, yeah.
That's fair.
That'd be kind of neat.
Right place, wrong time. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be fun. But yeah, it may not be original. It may not be a very expensive redo, but I think this can work for this limited purpose. I mean, it's not something where I'm going to rebook a trip over it, but
Right.
I would definitely, I kind of reached my limit on Rock and Roller Coaster. I didn't need to do it anymore.
Mhm.
This will put me
Yeah.
back on it.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not enough for me to book a trip. That kind of lines we'll be doing it for other shows. Not enough for me to book a trip, but if I'm in the park, I'll definitely want to check it out, especially if it's the first time I'm doing it. And maybe Eli, you'll get on this much easier than you got on the original Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
With no issues.
No issues.
breakdowns, no issues.
But yeah, it took me some time for the original, but yeah, I finally got on the other one. Boy, that's neck breaking speed. I was never prepared for that. But
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I wonder if they're going to keep it that intense. I mean, I got to imagine they are.
It has to
Yeah.
at least the launch to make it through that little Cobra roll thing,
Mm-hmm.
loops that they have. I mean, because any slower, I don't think you'd make it, which is scary.
Yeah.
yeah,
I do not want to go backwards, not make a loop.
Upside down.
that's
yeah.
fair.
Like apparently that happens on, it happens on, what's the Raptor one in Universal?
Velocicoaster.
Velocicoaster, something. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a top hat element where you go straight up and over. And sometimes those things don't make it, so they have to back up and shoot them again.
Oh,
No,
and I'm like,
thank
oh
you.
no, I don't want to do that.
No.
It's scary.
If the
Yeah.
trauma wasn't good enough for you, here it is again.
Here it is
How
again.
about
Here's it
that?
again. Yeah. Yeah, so this should be cool. Yeah, this
Yeah.
should be cool, right?
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
see what they do with it.
Yeah, so anyway, so that is our little Muppet show as of late. So our experience with closing MuppetVision 3D, transitioning through Steve Whitmire, all the way to the things coming to the future with Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Electric Mayhem. Or the Muppets, actually. What is the title? Yeah, starring the Muppets. So
Mhm. They've been redoing the outside. We didn't even talk about that. But
are they redoing outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They're making it psychedelic colors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And on that
There you
piano,
go.
they're putting a little gold in there for Dr.
Oh, that's
They're
nice.
making
Gold on it.
the guitar is going to be like rainbow, and I think it has like some flowers on it or something.
I wonder if there'll be
Yeah.
more Muppety kind of things instead of just the courtyard like it is.
Mhm.
Instead of those little paint jobs, which I'm sure is going to be cool.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to see other elements as well. You know, maybe Miss Piggy or something or whatever,
Oh, I'm
statue or
sure.
fountain. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure there's
Hope
going to be a
so.
lot more things to find in there. Little hidden gems, little Easter eggs that you wouldn't have gotten in the Aerosmith version.
Yeah, just make it really
Well,
thick.
I think it goes without saying that hopefully Muppet Vision 3D comes to that theater that currently houses the villain show.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
yeah.
all crossing our fingers about.
Ooh,
Yeah, at least it would lend its well because they got projections elements all over the place in that theater.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I could see it definitely taking over with even more modern technological twist.
yeah,
Mhm.
to it.
definitely.
So I don't know how they do the pre-show like they did the old pre-show, but I'd be curious to see.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So that's our thoughts. That's our experience. We're curious to know what you think about the new Rock and Roller Coaster, or if you have any questions about our experience with Steve Whitmire and stuff. Make sure you get in touch with us, and we're about to tell you how to do that in just a little bit. Well, y'all, we hope you enjoyed hearing our stories about all things Muppets, both past, present, and future. Look, if you want to learn more about us, the Magic Our Way Podcast, make sure you follow us on any social media platform. Also, if you want to get in touch with us to share your thoughts and opinions, you can do so through the following ways. First of all, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com or call or send us a text message. Yes, I did say text us at 1-815-MOWEEKEND. That is 1-815-669-4226. 669-4226. And of course, we have a couple of people who do things outside of the podcast. First of all, we got Eli does things with comics. What you got, E?
Yes, sir. As always, you feel free to visit the Ivy Comics website. You can see all the work that I have, 48 pages, fully colored. That work includes Savages, Project Geisha, and Molly Be Damned. Also on the website, you can find blogs and interviews and probably a link to Netflix. You can see me on that, episode 3, talk about all kind of craziness that I had with Katrina. How about that? Also on the website, there's a link to the Magic Our Way podcast. You never miss a beat, never miss an episode. You never miss how Uber drivers get low stars. So as always, appreciate the support there. Check that out, the Ivy Comics website. On social media, Facebook, you can find me there, Eli H. Ivy. As long as you're a real person, it's a pleasure to meet you. But if you're a bot, you get lower than 2 stars. I do not need no more like credit rating loan hopes. Like, please stay away, bot. So also on Facebook, there's a Project Geisha fan page, so you can check that out. Also on Instagram, and see what you guys and gals got. Posted up the hearts and the likes. So EIV504 is where you could find me there. And of course on X, I can be found at Hancock 10166. So yes, if you appreciate the madness, you're just bringing me the gladness. Thank you very much.
And if you want to book a vacation down to Walt Disney World so you can experience anything, but especially the Rock and Roller Coaster that'll be coming online sometime in the near future, or maybe even Zootopia to Better Together, whatever the new show
Better
is.
Together. Yeah.
Better Together. Yeah, it's supposed to come online in November. You can definitely
Yeah,
go book
November,
it.
December. Yeah, right around there.
Absolutely. Rachel can help you book that. How did you do this?
Yes, I would be honored to help you book a trip. I can help you book to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Universal on both coasts, cruises like Royal Caribbean, Disney Cruise Line, Virgin Voyages, Norwegian. I can also book major hotel brands around the world. So really, if you're going anywhere, please give me a call or a text or an email. Email is probably the best way to reach me. My email is rachel@magicourway.com. That's RACHEL @magicourway.com. But I also have a phone number, and that works too. So the phone number where you can reach me there is 978-432-WISH. And you can send a text message or leave a voicemail, or I don't know, maybe I'll pick up. Depends on what time it is. But I'd be happy to talk to you. The best part about booking with me is that it costs you nothing extra on your trip. So it's the exact same cost to you, but a little piece of the value of your vacation comes back to support this podcast and this podcast community. And we really, really appreciate it. It's a simple, no cost way for you to support the podcast. And you get my help, as much or as little of it as you'd like. So please reach out, and I'd be excited to help. You can find me on social media too. I forgot about that part. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and YouTube at Our Family Magic. That's the letter R in the words Family Magic, all smooshed together.
Smoosh.
Like always. And so, yeah, you can find me there too. So thanks so much.
In addition, go to patreon.com/Magic Our Way to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast. And another option that only costs a minute or so of your time is to leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts and or wherever you access our show, whether it is YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, etc. Any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome on the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So we say Quaharini, my name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out.
All right. Nachos are on plates.
And yar. Bye.